unable to be here, so Debbie White's going to give our in-service instead of Bonnie.
Yes, I'm going to give your in-service because I want you all to know about a very important award that we do. And it's called the Daisy Award. And the Daisy Award is for extraordinary nurses. And I wanted to share, I ran up the stairs.
She's so
old. The Daisy Award was developed in 2000 by the family of Patrick Barnes. And Patrick Barnes was a very special person. He was a young man that died at age 33 from ITP, complications of ITP. And his family was so grateful for the care that he received from the nurses. They were so overwhelmed by the knowledge that they had, but most of all what they were overwhelmed with was the compassion that they showed the family of Patrick every day, every night, shift in, shift out. So they wanted to do something special for nurses around the country because they felt nurses are truly the unsung hero. And so they formed a foundation called the DAISY Foundation. It stands for Disease Attacking Immune System. And what they decided to do was recognize the unsung hero, which is the nurse. And they have done that around the country. There are over 2,000 hospitals now that have the DAISY Award. It's in 10 countries. Over 100,000 nurses have been recognized. It's just a very large recognition process. So I want to give a background about the family and about Patrick Barnes so that you all knew about that. Because you've probably seen flyers around, nominate someone for the DAISY Award. So that's what that's all about and what the history is. So
the recipient of our DAISY Award is Bernadette Cole.
I was rolling with the intro.
I'd like to read the nomination for Bernie. My father-in-law, Robert Rudolph, was recently a patient in the Heart Institute. At 88 years old, he received an AVR. Our family was very apprehensive considering his age and other health issues. I am an RN in Oklahoma and cannot express how impressed we were with his care. B. Cole, RN, guided us through the whole surgical and ICU experience with kindness and compassion. She gave us information we needed, made us comfortable in the waiting room, and eased our anxiety. She even visited Rudy to provide that much needed patient-family-provider relationship for a great outcome. Kudos to Bernie Cole.
I'm Russ. I'm the hospital chair for recruitment and retention, and I'm just here to present you your awards. So we have the DAISY Foundation pin on your badge. I'd like to give you that. And of course, the DAISY Phoenixes in case you And then the special thing that we have here is the DAISY Foundation sculpture. And the sculpture, it's made in Zimbabwe. It's made in Zimbabwe. It's called the Healer's Touch, and each one's hand-carved by the Shona tribe in Zimbabwe, and they even have their own signature on the back of it. So I'd like to give you the Healer's Touch Award. And something that you're probably most excited about, which I would be as well, is you have your own parking space for April. So it's on the first floor of the parking garage on the way out, and it's on the right on the exit side. So that'll be for April. So you get a
Especially
full
when,
month.
especially when Epic's going on, and
I know.
parties at premium, oh my, you could sell that.
On your off days.
Yeah, there you go.
And then I just want to present you with your certification. And then we also have from the St. Luke's College of Health Sciences $1,000 voucher for any further education that you would like to have. So basically that is everything. So. And then Amy's going to read kind of Cinnabon involved, and she's going to kind of read how Cinnabon became part of the Daisy Foundation as well.
So last but not least comes, are you ready for me or not?
Yeah.
You said my name.
Yep.
And
Okay.
of course, we're going to be putting this up in with your amazing picture that we're going to take. Congratulate you, and we'll be up here for 2 months.
Good luck in finding out.
We're going to take one.
We'll get one.
Say good luck in finding that. You're so mad. So mad.
Now may I go? Okay. Last but not least comes the part of the presentation that Mark Barnes, the patient's father, thinks is the best because it involves food. I'd like to read this letter to you from Mark. By definition, the Daisy Foundation thinks that all nurses are extraordinary, and we wish we had the resources to honor all of you individually. So we try to say thank you in a small way by bringing Cinnabons to all nurses in the unit. After all, nursing is a team sport. The reason for Cinnabons is that when Pat was ill and had lost his appetite, he asked for a bite of my Cinnabon and ate the whole thing. That night, when Donnie and I were leaving the hospital, Pat asked that we bring him Cinnabon the next day, and to be sure to bring enough for all the nurses in the unit. That's when we discovered that nurses really like Cinnabons. But on a serious note, we bring in Cinnabons for another reason. Almost without exception, when a nurse receives the Daisy Award, the comment is made that I was just doing my job. We want you to sit back and really think about the fact that when you are just doing your job, you have such an important and meaningful impact on the lives of so many people, many more than just your patients. So we ask each of you nurses to pause for just a minute and realize that thanks to your education and training, your commitment and judgment, your compassion and connection with your patients, you are very special. You make the world such a better place by just doing your job. Whether today you actually save a patient's life, or the skill and compassion you bring to a patient's care makes a patient's outcome more positive, or makes a family member feel a little bit better and be better able to help with the patient's healing, please think about the impact you are having. And when you're at the mall or the airport or wherever you happen to smell that wonderful Cinnabon aroma, let it remind you how truly special you are and how much you make a difference. The Daisy Foundation salutes you and honors you. Please enjoy these Cinnabons as our small way of saying thank you.
And they are great Cinnabons. Let me tell you, you have huge Cinnabons. And I want to thank the family that wrote the nomination, because honestly, without families taking the time to write a note of thanks to the healthcare team, then it's harder to recognize. And we all know the #1 recognition we feel is from patients and their families. And I also know that nursing and healthcare is a team sport. So I know that this has been a team sport as far as working together for the care of our patients and families. And Bernadette, I want to thank you for all you do, everybody for choosing the profession of nursing and healthcare, because you truly make a difference. We really appreciate all that you do. So, congratulations.
I would like to say something profound, but I have no spit in my mouth. I'm just the face of this awesome team that takes care of all the people, and we are. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Enjoy the celebration about you.